Hey everyone, this is Ricky from Data Mastery, and today we are going to do something really exciting. If you follow AI news and you are kind of interested in learning about what's going on in AI, what are the new tools, what are the new services, or some new SaaS products that released recently, then you probably heard about DeepSeek, which is a new AI model released by DeepSeek company, which is a China-based company. So DeepSeek has been gaining so much popularity because it has been trained with, as the company has reported, using like $6 million in comparison to billions of dollars, which is being spent on training these models by biggest companies like Meta or OpenAI. DeepSeek has released two flavors of its models. One is DeepSeek R1 and the other is DeepSeek R10. DeepSeek R1 is the combination of the reinforcement learning and supervised fine tuning. Supervised fine tuning involves the training of model using human annotated data, which actually establish a foundation understanding, which is followed by reinforcement learning. And the second model, which is DeepSeek R10, is purely based on reinforcement learning. So there is no SFT or supervised fine tuning involved in this. So when it is using totally reinforcement learning, that's where this method allows the model to explore chain of thought process autonomously, at its own. So this is pretty exciting model, and it has been in the news for a week or so, and it is gaining so much popularity. And performance-wise, it is at par with a GPT model or other Llama models. In this video, we are going to import DeepSeek model into Amazon Bedrock, and then we will use that in Amazon Bedrock Playground. So this is super exciting. This will help you understand how powerful DeepSeek is. You can, generate some prompts and ask questions based on the prompts that you generate and see the response. And then you can compare that with the GPT model or other models that you're familiar with. So that will give you good understanding how good or how bad, DeepSeek performs. So let's get started and start importing DeepSeek into Amazon Bedrock. In order to import DeepSeek model, first thing that we need to do is to download that model from Hugging Face Model Hub and then upload to S3. And the third step is to import from S3 into Amazon Bedrock. So I have this Jupyter notebook, which I have created using SageMaker Studio. This model, which we are going to import or download from the Hugging Face Model Hub, is called DeepSeek R1 Distill Llama 8B. 8B means it has been trained on using 8 billion parameters. There is a 70B as well, which is obviously a more kind of a larger model than 8B. So if you are using 8B, then you need to have around like 20 GB of your storage on your local computer or wherever you're downloading it. And also, it also depends on your internet speed. If you are downloading on your local laptop and then you are uploading to S3, it's gonna take a few hours based on your laptop power and also the internet speed that you have. So the best way is to create something in AWS. So either you can set up an EC2 instance, or if you have access, or you can create SageMaker Studio domain and just create a Jupyter notebook using Studio domain. So I have created a Studio notebook, and the first thing that you need to do is to install the Hugging Face Hub library and Boto3 if you don't have that installed already. So if you're using SageMaker Studio Notebook with Python 3 kernel, then these libraries are already installed. As you can see here, the requirement is already satisfied. And then from the Hugging Face Hub, you need to import snapshot download library, which we will use to download the model. And here you have to specify the model which you want to download, which is the model ID. If you go to Hugging Face Model Hub, you will see the same model there as well. So you can search for the models in the Hugging Face Model Hub, and then you can put the model ID here. So if I go to, let's say, Hugging Face models, it will take me to the Hugging Face model hub. So you don't have to create any account, or you don't need any API key or something. It is a public model hub, but it is a little bit slow, and that's kind of rightly so, because there are many people who are trying to access this hub. So you can see here we have so many DeepSeek models here, and this is the 170B and this is the 8B, which I'm gonna download. The other thing that need to note is DeepSeek has multiple flavors like R1 Distill Llama and R1 Distill Quen. For Bedrock, only Distill Llama models are supported. You can also import this and run this on the SageMaker Studio endpoint. If you use SageMaker Studio, then you can use a Quen model as well. But this is a nice way just to see, what are the latest models, and you can just play with that. So specify the model ID here, and then using the snapshot download method, you can specify model ID and the local directory where you want to download. Now, once you run this cell, again, depends on your internet connectivity. It can take a few minutes or few hours. So I already ran that once, so I'm not going to do that again. Now you can see here there are two tensors that it has downloaded, which is of like 8.5 GB and almost 7.5 GB. That is the size approximately, and if you combine everything, it's going to be around 17 GB or something. The good thing is we don't have to make any changes in the tensors and whatever when we import that. So we just download it as is and import. Now, once you download it, the next thing that you need to do is to upload it to S3. Now you can create S3 buckets. So I already have a bucket called Data Mastery DeepSeek POC. And then this is my local directory where I'm gonna pull the files from or read the files from. And then I'm just running a for loop and reading all the files in this particular directory, which is DeepSeek R1 Distill Llama 8B, and then upload all those files to S3. Again, it's gonna take few minutes or an hour or so based on your internet speed. Now, once you complete these steps, you can go to S3 bucket and you can see that all the files which have been downloaded, those are actually uploaded now into S3. Now I have my model uploaded to S3. The next thing I need to do is go to Amazon Bedrock and click on imported models. So I already have this model imported, but for the first time, you have to click on the job and click on import model. Here you specify model name, so you can just give it a same name or you can give it whatever meaningful name. And then this is the job name. You can again change this name if you want. And the important thing is to specify S3 bucket. So you have to select the bucket where you uploaded your model and select the folder. And finally, it is going to create a new service role, which will allow access to import the model. If you already have an existing service role, you can choose that. Otherwise, you can just simply keep the default option and you can give a service role name as well, and that role will be created. No, I'm not going to do that. Now, again, when you run these jobs, it is again going to take 10 to 15 minutes. So this is the one that has been successfully completed. If you click on this, you can see this, it ran for 12 minutes. Now, once this, the job will be completed successfully, you will see the model under the list of imported models. So you can click on this, you will get this model ARN, and this is the source bucket location. This is the job name, which we use to import the model. Then you can start using this in your application, or if you want to test it out, you can click on this Open in Playground button. And when you click on this, it will take you to the playground. And here you have two options for testing, whether you want to test using a single prompt, or you want to have a chat. So I'm just going to test it with the single prompt option. I'm going to provide a few prompts and see how well this model behaves. So the first prompt is, here is my first prompt. So the instructions are pretty simple. Okay, convert the following natural language request to an optimized SQL query. So what's the request? Get the total sales amount from the orders table for the year 2023. And this is the SQL query which the model will generate for me. Click on run. And here you go. So it has created a SQL query. Select some sales amount as total sales from orders where year order date equals to 2023. So it has also explained it like, what exactly this query means and some logic behind this as well. There's another option in the playground which is called compare mode. So if you click on compare mode, you can select another model. You need to have the access to that model. If I go to this one, so I have access to, let's say, Claude Instant or Claude 3 Sonnet. So let's click on Claude 3 Sonnet, click on apply. And now you can see that this is a response from Claude 3 Sonnet, and this is the response from DeepSeek. Okay, so let's take another example and test another prompt. So now I'm going to ask for a Python function, which is going to fetch live cryptocurrency prices using an API. Ensure the code is efficient, well documented, and follow best practices. Click on run. And both the models are going to start responding. Okay, so the DeepSeek model has responded already, and the Claude model is still working. And it has provided me some explanation about the Python function. And here is the function itself. And on the right side, you can see the response generated by Claude model, which looks a little bit better than the DeepSeek model. Let's take another example and try to generate some text. So the third example is write a compelling sci-fi story about a hacker who discovers an AI with emotions. Keep it engaging and immersive. And here you go. So again, DeepSeek is the first one to respond, and it has come up with a nice story. And here is the story which is provided by Claude 3. Now it is pretty clear that DeepSeek is pretty quick to respond. You can see the time it took to generate this story, and the Claude 3 took a little bit more time for the same prompt. Now you can use the playground to provide a little bit more complex prompts based on whatever problem you're trying to solve or your business use case or whatever you're trying to do with these models. Playground is a best option to go and explore these models and understand the differences. So it was pretty simple to import DeepSeek into Amazon Bedrock and start playing with that. Again, if you have a good internet connection, good laptop, then it's probably going to take an hour or so from end-to-end configuration, and you can just import the model and start playing with that. So this is pretty exciting. It's good to have these kind of POCs going on if you're into AI. This will really help you to keep on building your momentum and keep on building your interest. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. So go ahead and do this POC and see how it works, and make sure that you delete everything. If you provision everything on AWS, make sure you delete that just to save the cost. If you have any question, drop them into the comment section and I'll be happy to answer. Thanks for watching.